The breaking news on everyone's mind. Argentina has a pro-Bitcoin president who's going to be following in the footsteps of Nayib Bukele. The difference is Argentina has a population of almost 50 million people. So this is going to be a game changer. Let's break this down. This is breaking news just in last night. And of course, social media is going crazy over this story. Argentina's Bitcoin friendly, Javier Milei. Shout out to Javier Milei. He won the country's presidential runoff election November 19th, beating out his opponent, Sergio Massa, with almost 99% of the votes counted. Milei won over 55% of the votes, giving him nearly 3 million vote lead, according to Bloomberg's data. Now, Massa, the country's Minister of Economy, called Milei to congratulate him on the victory after more than 90% of the votes were counted. Before the announcement of the first official results, Milei will take office on December 10th. Let's freaking go. This is massive, fam. Now, Argentina's long-lasting inflation crisis has been a heated topic in South American country, with the Argentine peso recording 140% increase in inflation. That's annual inflation in the past 12 months. And after he won, people were celebrating by throwing their local currency, the Argentine peso, in the air as if it was confetti. If you haven't checked out those video clips, it's wild. Check it out. Milei has been vocal about his criticisms towards the country's central bank, referring to it as a scam, amen, and a mechanism by which politicians cheat the good people with inflationary tax. That's right. Inflation is a tax on the poor. He has referred to Bitcoin as a movement towards the return of money to its original creator, the private sector. Preach. However, he has not signaled any intention to make Bitcoin a legal tender in the country. However, we all know what's about to take place. I'm going to be sharing with you what Max has to share here shortly. Massa's views on the money, banking, and crypto industries appear to be polar opposite to Milei's. In October, he pledged to launch a central bank digital currency if elected to solve Argentina's long-lasting inflation crisis. And thank God that guy didn't win. Who the hell wants a CBDC? Nobody. Now, Massa won the first round of Argentina's presidential election in October. However, clearly wasn't enough to win the presidency outright. The people have spoken, triggering the final runoff vote. And prior to that, Milei won Argentina's primary election against Massa and other candidates in August. And as I shared here on the back of this news and got a lot of love here on X, which I appreciate, fam, now that Argentina has a pro-Bitcoin president, there is a very strong likelihood they adopt Bitcoin as the legal tender. In my opinion, that's a given. Quoting the new president here, with legal tender, they scam you with inflationary tax. Bitcoin is the natural reaction against central bank scammers to make money private again. Preach. And as Samson Mao shares here, Argentina will again become a world power in less than 35 years with a Bitcoin standard. So let's freaking go. What are your guys' thoughts on this? And in the live chat, I have a poll. When do you feel Argentina will adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender? Do you think it will occur in the first half of 2024, in the second half of 2024, in 2025? Or never? Please do cast your vote, and we're continuing to pump. As you know, every time we go live, we pump. So thank God I go live every day, right? CoinFather says 22,320 blocks left until the next halving. 155 days. Cannot wait. El Salvador, 101st largest GDP. Holy moly. What it do, Andrew? Good to see y'all. Steve, welcome. Inflation in Argentina is insane. More than 50% poverty, and we have our hopes of our new president. We need Argentina to become the new El Salvador. Well, shout out to Steve Licinia. Clearly, you're in Argentina, so you know firsthand. Congratulations to everyone out there. This is massive, and I'm so excited for each and every one of you. And we have another story yet to share. Max Kaiser shared some news. He reached out to Bukele and said, yo, Mr. President, do we have your permission to send our Bitcoin team to go visit Javier Milei in Argentina? And he got the green light. So you already know what conversation is about to take place. Thank you, Niles Anders, for the smashy mashies. I appreciate all the likes. They help out tremendously, fam. So let's break down our next story of the day and discuss Bitcoin becoming a legal tender and what's going on right now. So here's the headline. Nayib Bukele clears Team Bitcoin El Salvador to visit Argentina, all thanks to the high priest himself. Max Kaiser, pro-Bitcoin presidential candidate Javier Milei, won the Argentina presidential runoff election, beating his opponent Sergio Massa. Several Bitcoin proponents, including MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, BitMEX's Arthur Hayes, and Elon Musk, congratulated Milei on the victory. Now, Max Keiser, Bitcoin's advisor to El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, said the team is going to Argentina to discuss Bitcoin ambitions with Javier Milei. Let's freaking go. I can't wait. Now, Max Keiser on November 20th asked the president, Bukele, for an official visit of the Bitcoin team to Argentina, adding that the team will invite the new president, Javier Milei, to dine at the presidential palace here in El Salvador and talk about Bitcoin. And in a succeeding post on X, Max Keiser revealed that Bukele has cleared the team. That's right. El Salvador already adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender to counter inflation and offer freedom to its people from the central bank authority. The region of Latin America appears to be the first place where Bitcoin adoption on a national scale will begin. Now, Argentina's new president, Milei, had openly criticized the country's central bank, denouncing it as a scam and a mechanism which, through politicians, deceive the public with inflationary taxes. Preach. He also views Bitcoin as a movement towards restoring money to its original creator, which is the private sector. Bitcoin is pumping off the back of this news, hence why we're up right now. And with nearly 99% of the votes tallied, Milei secured over 55% of the votes, establishing the substantial lead of almost 3 million votes. And Max said Milei's victory can start a rally towards 40,000, which I feel is likely to occur this week. What are your thoughts, my crypto broskies? Please do let me know in those comments. Now, quoting Max here from X, he shared yesterday at 7:15 p.m., I am hearing 3 more countries in the region are going to make Bitcoin a legal tender in early 2024. Which countries do you think that will be? Let me know, fam. Obviously, Argentina is going to be one of them, but what other ones may follow? Imagine Brazil. Holy moly. That would be what up. I think Brazil probably has the largest population in Latin America. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be major. So let me know which countries you think it'll be. Max also says genius. In a world where all public discourse is filtered through consultant speak and there exists no genuine voices audibly by those seeking common sense, Milei simultaneously mocks the overlords while enumerating practical, intelligent policies to return the power to the people. Life has a promo code, and it's a 7-letter word by the name of freedom. I love that. And he's actually sharing that off the back of Milei's post here. And it's not in English, but he has some very powerful words to share. I encourage you to check it out. Max Keiser also recently tweeted this morning, dollarization is a good first step to clean the house. More than a half of Argentines' useless bureaucracy will get squeezed in the first 6 months. The Argentine central bank is closed. Then the process of hyper-Bitcoinization begins. El Salvador's template is the roadmap. This is the message our delegation will bring to Argentina. So let's freaking go. This is a massive victory, not just for the people of Argentina, but for all Bitcoiners around the world. So let me know if this pumps you up and which countries do you feel will likely make Bitcoin next a legal tender.